Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Vienna. It's my pleasure to greet you from our newly opened European Handball House, the new headquarters of the European Handball Federation. A big draw is ahead of us since we're about to find out the groups for not one, not two, but four events that will happen this summer, younger age category events for the women's under 17 and under 19. The order will be as it follows. So first we will start with the women's 17 EHF Championship, then we will continue with the women's 17 EHF Euro, and then finally women's 19 EHF Championship and women's 19 EHF Euro. So a lot of work is ahead of us, so we will explain the draw procedure ahead of each of the draw, but I suggest that we start with the first one and take a look at the pots ahead of the women's 17 EHF Championship 2025 championship that will take place in Kosovo. So, as you know, 8 teams will be competing for the trophy. They have been placed into 4 pots. In pot 1 we have Finland and Italy, Israel and Kosovo in pot 2, Latvia and Ukraine in pot 3, and finally Bulgaria and Great Britain in pot 4. Each team will find a spot in group A or B, since you see we have 2 groups, each per 4 teams that will be competing once the championship starts. In the first step, teams from pot 4 will be drawn, then 3, 1, and finally pot 2. Quick explanation here, the host in the YAC Events has the right to choose the group. That's why the pot 2 will be drawn last. The draw will be conducted by the EHF Secretary General Martin Hausleitner and the Chief Sports Officer Markus Glaser. So let's start with the draw. Martin, Markus, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Anna, for the introduction, and I think things were well explained together with all the previews that we had on our media internet yesterday. So I think all information was given, where the teams are, how the pots work, and I think we are ready to start. We have the teams in the blue balls and the positions and groups in the white ball. That means we will first open a blue ball and afterwards find out where this particular team is going. In the case of the women's 17 championship, it's only either A or B, therefore only 2 balls here with groups. And with this, I think we are ready for pot 4 with Bulgaria and Great Britain to find out where they go. So the first team for today is Great Britain. And Great Britain will take row number 4 in group B. So it's Great Britain, row number 4 in group B as the first team for today. Then it is Bulgaria. Bulgaria goes to group A. So position 4 in group A for Bulgaria. And with this we have already concluded the very first step for today, with Great Britain and Bulgaria taking positions number 4. We are now getting the teams of pot number 3 on the stage, and then we can continue later on with Latvia and Ukraine. Of course, here again, we will first draw a blue team, which are the teams, and afterwards we will take the white ball to find out where the teams of Latvia and the Ukraine will go. So we are ready for pot number 3. And here, the first team is the team of Latvia. Latvia goes to Group A on position 3. Then we have the Ukraine. The Ukraine goes to Group B. So we have drawn Latvia and the Ukraine. The Ukraine is in Group B together with Great Britain, and Latvia and Bulgaria are in Group A. And we will now continue with pot number 1. As the host of the Women's 17 EHF Championship is Kosovo. Kosovo, according to the ranking, is placed in pot number 2. We will do pot number 2 afterwards, as they have the right to decide in which group they want to go. So we will now do pot number 1 with the 2 teams of Finland and Italy. So the first team here is Finland. Finland goes to Group A, so this is row number 1 for Finland. And the remaining team in this pot is Italy. Italy goes to Group B. And with this we have concluded pots 4, 3 and 1, and we will now do pot number 2, where we have the host Kosovo together with the team of Israel. You will now see on the stage that we have a red ball in the pot, which we will open first. The red ball is the team, hopefully, of Kosovo. And afterwards, we will go through the procedure where the host can take over the decision in which group they go. So we open the ball, and we have the team of Kosovo.
As we said earlier, so the host has the right to choose their group. In this case, Kosovo can decide whether they want to go in Group A with Finland, Latvia and Bulgaria, or in Group B with Italy, Ukraine and Great Britain. And we just got the final confirmation from the host, from Kosovo, that they would like to choose the Group A. So Kosovo goes in Group A. And now, Markus, you can finish the draw.
So just to finish pot number 2, we have the team of Israel. We are not going to open a ball of the group anymore for Israel, because it is quite obvious that Israel is going to Group B.
So the groups has now been set. To summarize once again, once the championship starts, Finland, Kosovo, Latvia and Bulgaria will play in Group A, And 4 teams will play, of course, in Group B, and that are Italy, Israel, Ukraine, and Great Britain. And with this, we conclude the first out of the 4 draws, and we move straight away to the next one. As it was mentioned at the beginning, it will be the one for the Women's 17 EHF Euro 2025. That will be also that will be actually played in Montenegro, and it's a bit of a historic event, as for the first time ever, Women's 17 EHF Euro will have 24 teams participating instead of 16, which was the case 2 years ago. So I suggest we now also take a look at the pots for the Women's 17 EHF Euro 2025. So we have to fill in 6 groups with 4 teams in each, and the 24 teams have been placed into 4 pots. Pot 1 consists of Croatia, Denmark, France, Germany, Hungary, and Netherlands. Pot 2 is with Iceland, Montenegro, Norway, Portugal, Romania, and Sweden. In pot 3 are placed Austria, Czechia, Spain, North Macedonia, Serbia, and Switzerland. And finally, in pot 4, we have Faroe Islands, Lithuania, Poland, Slovenia, Slovakia, and Turkey. Each team will be drawn in one of the 6 groups, so a same procedure stays as it was earlier. So in the first step, again, teams from pot 4 will be drawn, then 3, 1, and finally pot 2, where is also Montenegro. And you know from the earlier situation that the host has the right to choose the group. That's why pot 2 goes last. So now I leave the floor once again to Markus and Martin to start the draw.
So again, we start with a team in pot number 4, and the first team is Turkey. Turkey takes the position number 4 in Group A. Next are the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands go to Group C. Then we continue with Slovakia. Slovakia goes to Group B. The team of Slovenia is next. A, we have North Macedonia and Slovakia in Group B, and we have So we are ready to continue and take the next of the blue balls. The next team is Switzerland. Switzerland goes to Group C in pot number 3. Then we have Serbia. Two groups left for Serbia, and they go to Group D and meet Slovenia. Finally, in pot number 3, it's Czechia. Czechia joins Group E.
And with this, we're halfway there, as we also finished the pot 3. So in Group A, we'll play Spain and Turkey. North Macedonia and Slovakia will meet in Group B. Switzerland and Faroe Islands in Group C. Serbia and Slovenia await their opponents in Group D. Lithuania and Czechia will meet in Group E. And finally, Austria and Poland in Group F. So we can now continue with the draw with pot number 1.
And the first team in the pot number 1 is the team of Netherlands. Netherlands takes top position in Group C. Croatia. Croatia goes to Group F and takes position number 1. France. France goes to Group E, where they will meet Czechia and Lithuania. Then we have the team of Germany. Germany is drawn to Group B and joins North Macedonia and Slovakia. we continue with Denmark. And Denmark goes to Group A. They will have to play against Spain and Turkey. And last but not least, it is Hungary. Hungary goes to Group D.
So we're now one step closer to filling in all the groups. So Denmark joins Spain and Turkey in Group A. Germany will face North Macedonia and Slovakia in Group B. Netherlands will play against Switzerland and Faroe Islands in Group C. Hungary, Serbia and Slovenia are for now in Group D, waiting for the last opponent. France, Czechia and Lithuania face in Group E. And Croatia, Austria and Poland will play in Group F. And we can now continue with the pot 2.
So once again, we have the 6 teams of pot 2 here on the stage. Pot 2 is the one where we have the host, which is the team of Montenegro. We therefore will now first open the red ball and afterwards find out where the team of Montenegro is going to go by a decision of the Montenegro Handball Federation, as they have the right to do so as the hosting team. So it is Montenegro.
So as we repeated multiple times, the host Montenegro in this case can choose whether they want to go in Group A, B, C, D, E or F. And we just got the confirmation from the host Montenegro that they want to play in Group E with France, Czechia and Lithuania. And we can now continue draw remaining teams from pot 2.
So after we have allocated Montenegro to Group E, the next team is Sweden. And Sweden goes to Group A. So Sweden to Group A with Denmark, Spain and Turkey. Then it's the team of Portugal. The group for Portugal is Group B with Germany, North Macedonia and Slovakia. Norway. Norway goes to Group D. They will meet Hungary, Serbia and Slovenia. Iceland. There are 2 open positions for Iceland, and Iceland takes Group C. And the very last of the 24 teams is Romania. And Romania goes to the only remaining position which is available, which is Group F.
Thank you, Markus. We have now groups set for the Women's 17 EHF Euro 2025, which will be played in Montenegro in Podgorica. So before we continue with the next draw, let's have a quick look at those final groups. So Denmark, Sweden, Spain and Turkey will play in Group A, Germany, Portugal, North Macedonia and Slovakia in Group B, Netherlands, Iceland, Switzerland and Faroe Islands in Group C, Hungary, Norway, Serbia and Slovenia meet in Group D. Then we have France, Montenegro, Czechia and Lithuania in Group E. And finally Croatia, Romania, Austria and Poland in Group F. And with this we conclude the second out of 4 draws. The next one is the one for the women's under 19 event. As we said on the beginning, first we will do the one for the women's 19 EHF championship 2025 that will be played in Georgia. So I suggest that we have a look at the pots and the teams that will be fighting for the trophy once the championship starts. So, as you can see, 5 pots. First pot contains Italy and Slovakia. Georgia and Israel are placed in pot 2, Kosovo and Luxembourg in pot 3, Bulgaria and Great Britain in pot 4. And finally in pot 5 we have Belgium and Ukraine. Each team will be drawn into pool A or pool B, which make one big group in the preliminary round. The order in which the pots will be drawn is again bottom up, meaning that we will start with pot 5, then 3, 1 and 2, where is placed the host Georgia, which has the right to choose the pool as a host. So let's not wait any longer. Martin, Markus, I leave the floors once again to you.
So we start with the 2 teams in pot number 5, and the first of the 2 teams that was drawn is Belgium. Belgium goes to Group B, takes position number 5. And the remaining team there is, of course, the Ukraine. Ukraine goes to Group A. So that was the 2 teams in pot number 5, Belgium and the Ukraine. We will now continue with pot number 4, which has the teams of Bulgaria and Great Britain. Once again, they will be drawn to either Group A or Group B. And as before, the teams are in the blue balls and the groups are in the white balls. Nothing new there. And then I think we are ready to continue with pot number 4. And we open up with Bulgaria. Bulgaria to Group A. They will meet the Ukraine. And then it is Great Britain. Great Britain going the opposite to Pool B. So that was pot number 4. We will now continue with pot number 3. Pot number 3 has the 2 teams of Kosovo and Luxembourg, and in a moment we will find out where they are drawn to either A or B. And we start pot number 3 with the team of Luxembourg. Luxembourg goes to Group A. Then it's the team of Kosovo. Kosovo goes to Group B. So we have Luxembourg, Bulgaria and the Ukraine in Group A, and we have Kosovo, Great Britain and Belgium in Group B. We will now jump over pot number 2, as we have the host Georgia in pot number 2. So the teams that we have on the stage now are the teams of pot number 1, which are Italy and Slovakia, and afterwards we go back to pot number 2. So it is Slovakia. Slovakia going to Group A. The remaining team is Italy. Italy taking position number 1 in Group B. And with this we have concluded all pots except pot number 2, where the host is placed. We will now repeat the procedure from the previous 2 draws, And we have a blue team and a red team on the stage. We will first start with Georgia as the host and open the red ball. So, Georgia.
And as we mentioned earlier, so the host has the right to choose whether they want to play in Pool A or Pool B. And Georgia decided to play in Pool A with Slovakia, Luxembourg, Bulgaria, and Ukraine. And we can now finish the draw with pot 2.
So the remaining team is Israel, and therefore Israel is allocated to Group B.
And with this, we close the third draw for the Women's 19 EHF Championship 2025 that will be played in Georgia, in Tel Aviv from 12th to 20th of July. So once again, to have a quick look at the final pools, so Slovakia, Georgia, Luxembourg, Bulgaria, and Ukraine will play in Pool A, while in Pool B we will see playing Italy, Israel, Kosovo, Great Britain, and Belgium. With this, we're almost done, but we have one more draw to conduct, the one for the Women's 19 EHF Euro 2025. This will also be the biggest Women's 19 EHF Euro so far, as goes same for the Women's 17 event. This is the first time that 24 teams will be participating instead of 16, which was the case 2 years ago. So let's not wait any longer. Let's start with the draw, but first let's have a look at the pots and the teams that have been placed into. So we have again to fill in 6 groups with 4 teams in each, and the 24 teams have been placed into these 4 pots. So pot 1 consists of Croatia, Denmark, France, Germany, Hungary, and Serbia. Czechia, Montenegro, Netherlands, Norway, Romania, and Sweden are in pot 2. Then Austria, Spain, Iceland, North Macedonia, Portugal, and Switzerland are placed in pot 3. And finally, from pot 4 will be drawn Faroe Islands, Finland, Lithuania, Poland, Slovenia, and Turkey. Again, goes the same order as we had for the previous ones. We will start from pot 4. Teams from pot 4 will be first drawn, then 3 first, 1, and finally pot 2. There's also Montenegro, and if you have only joined, let's remind you again that the host has the right to choose the group. That's why we leave pot 2 as the last one, and where it's placed the host Montenegro. I think we can now start with the draw. Marcus, Martin, I leave the floor once again to you.
And this competition has the Faroe Islands as the first team. The Faroe Islands in pot 4 go to Group D. The next team is Turkey. Turkey takes position number 4 in Group F. Finland. Finland is drawn to Group C. Poland. Poland goes to Group A. We have 2 teams left, and this time it is Lithuania. Lithuania joins Group B. And to conclude, pot number 4, it is Slovenia. Slovenia goes to Group E.
So now when 6 teams from pot 4 have been drawn, we have a first draft of the groups. Poland is waiting for the opponents in Group A. Lithuania is at the moment the only team in Group B. Finland has been drawn in Group C. Faroe Islands in Group D. Slovenia will play in Group E. And finally Turkey will play in Group F. We can now continue with the draw and see in which groups will play the teams from pot 3.
And pot 3 opens with the team of Portugal. And the group for Portugal is Group E. Next up is Spain. And for Spain, it is Group D. Iceland. Iceland will join Group B and meet Lithuania. Then we continue with Austria. Austria goes to Group F. They will play Turkey. North Macedonia. North Macedonia goes to Group A, joins Poland. The team of Switzerland. There is only one position left for Switzerland, which is Group C.
So 12 teams have been drawn so far. North Macedonia joined Poland in Group A. Iceland will meet Lithuania in Group B. Switzerland will meet Finland in Group C. Spain and Faroe Islands wait for other two opponents in Group D. Portugal and Slovenia are the first two teams in Group E. And finally, Austria and Turkey have been drawn in Group F. We can now continue with the draw, actually with pot number 1.
And we start pot number 1 with Croatia. Croatia is drawn to Group F together with Austria and Turkey. Then it is Serbia. Serbia is drawn to Group C. They will meet Switzerland and Finland. We continue with the team of Hungary. Hungary goes to Group A, joining North Macedonia and Poland. Next up is France. France goes to Group E. They will play Portugal and Slovenia. Denmark. Group B for Denmark, together with Iceland and Lithuania. And the very last team in pot number 1 is Germany. And Germany goes to Group D with Spain and the Faroe Islands.
And we now have groups almost fulfilled, and we're just one step away from finding out all the teams who plays in which group. So for now, Hungary, North Macedonia and Poland play in Group A. Denmark, Iceland and Lithuania will meet in Group B. Serbia, Switzerland and Finland are placed in Group C. Germany, Spain and Faroe Islands in Group D. France, Portugal and Slovenia in Group E, and finally Croatia, Austria and Turkey will play in Group F. We will now continue with the draw with pot number 2.
Pot number 2 has Montenegro as the host of this Women's 19 EHF Euro 2025, and therefore we are now first drawing Montenegro. And then we'll find out where they decide to join. So it is Montenegro.
And Montenegro decided to go in Group B with Denmark, Iceland and Lithuania. It will be an interesting group, as all the others, of course. It's always great to follow young talents in action. Now we just need to find out where will be drawn the remaining 5 teams, and we can finally conclude the draw.
So we have 5 teams and 5 positions left, and we have the Netherlands. The Netherlands go to Group F. Next is Norway. Norway is in Group E. Romania. Romania goes to Group D. They will meet Germany, Spain and the Faroe Islands. The next team is Czechia. Czechia has 2 groups left available, and they join Group A with Hungary, North Macedonia and Poland. And the very last team of this competition is Sweden. And there is only one position left in all the 6 groups, which is position number 2 in Group C.
Thank you, Markus. Thank you, Martin. With this, we close the draw for the Women's 19 EHF Euro 2025, which will be played in Montenegro. We now know all the teams in each of the groups. So to summarize, in Group A, we'll play Hungary, Czechia, North Macedonia, and Poland. Denmark, Montenegro, Iceland, and Lithuania will meet in Group B. Serbia, Sweden, Switzerland, and Finland will face in Group C. Germany, Romania, Spain, and Faroe Islands have been drawn in Group D. And finally, in the remaining 2 groups, we have France, Norway, Portugal, and Slovenia in Group E, and Croatia, Netherlands, Austria, and Turkey in Group F. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for watching. If you will need any information, you can always find it on eurohandball.com. Follow us also on our social media channels to keep updated with everything that is happening in European handball. And of course, tune in this summer once the 4 younger age category events start. As we said, it's always great to see young talents in action, so make sure to tune in. That would be it from my side. Thank you once again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.